you didn't know how to promote in America, and you can't take it seriously. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, just my thoughts on that are I got 3 hours sleep before I fly to LA for a press conference in front of more people that is at his show tomorrow night. Bob Arum said that I'm an idiot because if you talk about someone too much, then you're just promoting them. Well, all he's done all week is talk about me. So I want to thank Bob Arum for the publicity this week. And you can't criticise Bob Arum. He's a legend. He's 87 years old. He's so out of touch with modern society, it's frightening. I mean, some of his speeches are Churchillian. You know, like the one the other day about the Mexican, I mean, it was, I don't know where he was going with it, but it was remarkable. But what young fan wants to hear that? You know what I mean? So, look, Bob's Bob. He's two-faced sometimes. You know, he was up my backside all last week in London, saying I was the greatest thing since sliced bread, and he's been slagging me off all week. But it's boxing, isn't it? Don't take anything personally.
Tough love.
Tough love.
What's your thoughts on the lack of publicity for the Tyson Fury fight? That's just tomorrow.
just think it's people just get bored, right? So he fought Wilder. If you look at the hype around Tyson Fury after the Wilder fight and look at the hype around him now, it's like, you know, it's a third of where it was. You get away with the Schwartz fight, but you don't get away with another one. You know, it's like even like AJ said to me, like, I never got these fights. Why didn't you give me these fights? Do you know what I mean? Like, look at me. I boxed after Martin, boxed Molina, boxed Brazil, boxed Klitschko, boxed Takam, boxed Parker, boxed Povetkin, boxed Ruiz, and now Ruiz again. All in a row. There was no like, all right, have a gimme fight along the way. So he's sort of saying to me, well, blimey, he's had Tom Schwartz, now he's got Otto Wallin. Oh, yes, please. So ESPN have got to be looking at it going, what are we paying for here? There'll be no new subscribers tomorrow night. They've sold 2,000 tickets. They'll comp it out. You'll see the numbers being reported by the commission. It's not how you build the rematch. The rematch is still a huge fight, great fight as well. But it's not the way to build it. I understand the give me the free one, you know, but not give me 2 free ones and spend the whole year. That's his year. So Tyson Fury, the lineal champ, his 2019 has been Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallin, and you still want to call him a lineal champion.
Is ESPN getting out of hand with that, with the lineal title, so-called, and then they get mad? But then they got mad with Crawford not being a champion in the PBC side.
Yeah, but they call it like lineal. I mean, the guy he retired from the sport. He failed a drugs test. He relinquished his belts, and then decided to cut. I mean, like, you know, lineal. I understand lineage, lineage, or whatever it's fucking called, but like, I mean, no.
Eddie, we see that if you would have put on, or if Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua would have fought Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallin, and you put those fights on, you guys would be absolutely getting murdered. Do you think that the reason?
Listen, I got murdered when we put the Andy Ruiz fight on.
Do you think it's Tyson Fury's backstory as to why he doesn't get?
No, because but no one's. You have to understand the levels of interest and publicity between the two. Like in the UK, Anthony Joshua is like to the ceiling, and Tyson Fury his popularity has risen incredibly since the Wild fight, but they're not on the same level profile-wise. So you get away with it because of Bob's bluster, ESPN, you know, blah blah blah. But like people talk about ESPN, oh, this is going to change his profile. Like the profile's massive, the audience is massive. Well, if the audience is massive and the build-up shows are so incredible, why haven't they sold a ticket?
Based on your comments, you're saying
I think you never know what Derek Chisora is going to do. But the thing is with that card is, right, from a boxing perspective, the main event is quite clear. It's a unification matchup. It's a Ring Magazine title. It's Regis Progress against Taylor. From a casual fan perspective, particularly in London, Derek Chisora is probably the main event. But our show is paired with the World Boxing Super Series, and because of certain TV deals in place, Progress Taylor really needs to be the main event. But Derek is co-main event, and I will probably have to buy him a new watch.
Eddie, if Chisora does pulls out, is Big Baby a possibility if you guys have your private conversation and things work out? Is he a possibility?
Big Baby's very expensive. You know, this is like what they talk about. This is what they talk about Joe Joyce. You know, he's not gonna take Joe Joyce money to go to England and fight Joe Joyce. So, you know,
I fight Chisora anywhere.
Chisora's a good fight for you.
Knock his ass out. But like I said, listen, Eddie does know me pretty well when it comes to the business side, so you know how to get me to England, and I gladly knock his ass out.
Gladly.
Nah,
Right, I'm going to get a flight. We'll speak soon, all right?